Announcer bot is active. The qualification session is at Country Thunder Racing Amaroo Park Raceway in Sydney, Australia. The wind speed is 7 km/h from the northeast. Ross Macaron from Australia is first. "15 minutes remaining in the session. Dave Loiacano from Australia is P1. Tony DeLuca from Australia is 5th. Dave Loiacano is P5. Ross Macaron is 5th. Australia is 3rd. Sean North improved is 2nd, 0:45.760. 5:54 off pole. Dave Loiacano is first up 0.35. Dave Loiacano is provisional pole with a 0:44.868. Tony DeLuca is P4 up 0.64. Tony DeLuca improved his P4 with a 0:46.465. 1.597 off pole. Dave Loiacano from Australia is P1. Dave Loiacano is provisional pole with a 0:44.689. Tony DeLuca is P4 up 0.15. Dax Daniel from Australia is P2 up 0.14. Dave Loiacano is first. Dave Loiacano is provisional pole with a 0:44.542. Rick Zockel J from Australia is P5 up 0.63. Rick Zockel J improved his P4 with 0:46.133. 1.591 off pole. Sean North is third. Sean North improved his third with a 0:45.369. 0.827 off pole. Rick Zockel J is fourth up 0.10. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Sean North is P3 up 0.55. Dave Loiacano is first. Dave Loiacano is provisional pole with a 0:44.409. Tony DeLuca is fifth up 0.26. Sean North is P3. Best lap is a 0:44.982. 0.573 off pole. Shane Zockel J is sixth up 0.53. Shane Zockel J improved his fifth with a 0:46.346. 1.937 off pole. Sean North is third up 0.12. Sean North improved his P3 with a 0:44.823. 0.414 off pole. Dave Loiacano is P1. Sean North is P3. Shane Zockel J is 5th. Sean North is P3. Sean North improved is P2 with a 0:44.723. 0.314 off pole. Tony DeLuca is P6. Tony DeLuca improved is 6th with a 0:46.259. 1.850 off pole. Dave Loiacano is first up 0.10. Dave Loiacano is provisional pole with a 0:44.218. Five minutes remaining in the session. Rick Zockel J is P4 up 0.33. Rick Zockel J improved his P4 with a 0:45.603. 1.385 off pole. Shane Zockel J is P4. Best lap is a 0:45.531. 1.313 off pole. Dave Loiacano is first. Dave Loiacano is provisional pole with a 0:44.196. Mick El-Samad from Italy is P8. Dave Loiacano is P1 up 0.11. Shane Zockel J is P4 up 0.11. Dave Loiacano is first. Mick El-Samad is P8. Mick El-Samad improved is P7 with a 0:50.871. 6.675 off pole. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Dave Loiacano is first. Dave Loiacano is provisional pole with a 0:44.011. Mick El-Samad is 7th. Mick El-Samad improved is 7th with a 0:47.231. 3.220 off pole. Announcer bot is active. The race session is at Country Thunder Racing Amaroo Park Raceway in Sydney, Australia. The wind speed is 12 km/h from the northeast. Sean North is P1. Dave Loiacano from Australia is P2. Dax Daniel from Australia is third. Shane Zockel J is P4. Rick Zockel J from Australia is fifth. Tony DeLuca from Australia is P6. Mick Elsamad from Italy is 7. Ross Macarone from Australia is 8th. Sean North from Australia is 1st. Minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Shane Zockel J is P3. Daniel is fourth. Ross Macarone is P8. Shane Zokolje. Mick Elsamat is P7, 0.5 ahead of Ross Macaron. Ross Macaron is 8, 0.4 behind Mick Elsamat. Mick Elsamat is P7, 0.7 ahead of Ross Macaron. Ross Macaron is P8, 0.5 behind Mick Elsamat. Mick Elsamat is P7, 0.2 behind Rick Zokolje. Ross Macaron on lap 4 is P8, 1.1 behind Mick Elsamat. Zokolje is P6, 1.0 ahead of Mick Elsamat. Mick Elsamat is P7. Rick Zokolje is P7. Ross Macaron is P8, 1.1 behind Rick Zokolje. Rick Zokolje is P7, 0.5 behind Mick Elsamat. Mick Elsamat was 0.6 faster last lap. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Mick Elsamat is P6, 0.3 ahead of Rick Zokolje. Rick Zokolje from Australia is P7, 0.3 behind Mick Elsamat. Alsamat is P6, 0.4 ahead of Rig J. Rig J is P7, 0.3 behind Mik Alsamat. Mik Alsamat is 6, 0.5 ahead of Rig J. Rig J is P7, 0.5 behind Mik Alsamat. Amaroo is P8, 1.1 behind Rig J. Rig J is P7, 0.5 behind Mik Alsamat. Amaroo is P8, 0.8 behind Rig J. Rig J is P7, 0.1 behind Mik Alsamat. Rig J passed Mik Alsamat for 6. Mik Alsamat is 7th, 0.3 ahead of Amaroo. Amaroo is 8th, 0.7 behind Mik Alsamat. Mik Alsamat on lap 13 is 7th, 0.5 behind Rig J. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Amaroo is 8th, 0.5 behind Mik Alsamat. Mik Alsamat is 7th. Best lap is a 0:45.823. 1.501 off the fastest lap. Rig J is 7th. Amaroo from Australia is 8th, 0.5 behind Rick Zockelje. Rick Zockelje is P7, 0.3 behind Mick El-Samad. Mick El-Samad was 1.0 faster last lap. Ross Macaron is P8, 0.5 behind Rick Zockelje. Rick Zockelje from Australia is 7th, 0.4 behind Mick El-Samad. Tony DeLuca is 5th, 0.4 behind Shane Zockelje. Rick Zockelje is 7th, 0.2 behind Mick El-Samad. Rick Zockelje is now P6. Ross Macaron from Australia is 7th, 0.5 behind Rick Zockelje. Rick Zockelje on lap 17 is 7th, 0.3 behind Ross Macaron. Mick El-Samad is 8th, 0.5 behind Rick Zockelje. Tony DeLuca is P5, 1.0 behind Shane Zockelje. Shane Zockelje entering the pits is P4. Shane Zockelje is P5. Rick Zockelje is 6th. Shane Zockelje exiting pits. Mick El-Samad is 7th, 1.2 behind Rick Zockelje. Tony DeLuca entering the pits is 4th. "15 minutes remaining in the session. Mick El-Samad is now 6th. Ross Macaron is 4th, 3.3 ahead of Rick Zockelje. Tony DeLuca exiting pits. Rick Zockelje is P6 battling Mick El-Samad. Ross Macaron entering the pits is P4. Ross Macaron is 4th, 0.2 ahead of Mick El-Samad. Mick El-Samad on lap 21 is P4, 0.9 ahead of Rick Zockelje. Ross Macaron exiting pits. Tony DeLuca entering the pits is P8. Dave Loiacano on lap 22 is P1. Dave Loiacano entering the pits is P1. Tony DeLuca exiting pits. Ross Macaron from Australia is P7. Sean North entering the pits is second. Dax Daniel entering the pits is third. Dave Loiacano exiting pits. Mick Elsamad exiting pits. Dax Daniel is P3. Rick Zockel is P4. Sean North exiting pits. Dax Daniel exiting pits. Sean North is second. Mick Elsamad entering the pits is seventh. Mick Elsamad exiting pits. Shane Zockel is P5. Ross Macaron is P6. Tony DeLuca is P8, 4.0 behind Mick Elsamad. Shane Zockel is fifth. Rick Zockel entering the pits is fourth. Shane Zockel passed Rick Zockel for P4. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Rick Zockel is P6. Ross Macaron is P5. Best lap is a 0:45.692. 1.558 off the fastest lap. Rick Zockel exiting pits. Rick Zockel is P6. Best lap is a 0:45.651. 1.517 off the fastest lap. Sean North from Australia is P2. Ross Macaron entering the pits is P5. Ross Macaron is 5th. Mick Elsamat entering the pits is 8th. Sean North is P2. Mick Elsamat exiting pits. Tony DeLuca from Australia is P6. Rick Zockel J is 5th. Mick Elsamat entering the pits is 8th. Dax Daniel from Australia is P3. Rick Zockel J is 5th. Dax Daniel is 3rd. Tony DeLuca is P6. Mick Elsamat exiting pits. Five minutes remaining in the session. Dave Loiacano is 1st. Best lap is a 0:44.134. Rick Zockel J is 5th. Dax Daniel is 3rd. Ross Macaron exiting pits. Rick Zockel J is 5th. Sean North is 2nd. Dave Loiacano is 1st. Rick Zockel J is 5th. Ross Macaron from Australia is 8th, 0.3 behind Mick Elsamad. Mick Elsamad entering the pits is 7th. Sean North is P2. Mick Elsamad exiting pits. Rick Zockel J is P5. The leader has just finished the race. Dave Loiacano finished 1st. Rick Zockel J finished 5th. Ross Macaron finished 8th. Tony DeLuca finished P6. Shane Zockel J finished P4. Sean North finished P2. Mick Elsamad finished 7th. Dax Daniel finished 3rd. Announcer bot is active. The race session is at Country Thunder Racing Amaroo Park Raceway in Sydney, Australia. The wind speed is 14 km/h from the north-northeast. Dax Daniel is P1. Shane Zockel J is P2. Mick El Samad from Italy is P3. Dave Loiacano from Australia is P4. Ross Macaron from Australia is 5th. Sean North from Australia is P6. Tony DeLuca from Australia is 7th. Dax Daniel from Australia is 1st. Announcer bot is active. The race session is at Country Thunder Racing Amaroo Park Raceway in Sydney, Australia. The wind speed is 14 km/h from the north-northeast. Dax Daniel is 1st. Bill Kosmarikis from Australia is P2. Shane Zockel J is 3rd. Mick El Samad from Italy is P4. Dave Loiacano from Australia is 5th. Ross Macaron from Australia is 6th. Sean North from Australia is P7. Tony DeLuca from Australia is P8. Dax Daniel from Australia is 1st. Macaron entering the pits is P10. 30 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Shane Zockel J is P3. Ross Macaron exiting pits on supers. Mick El Samad is P6. Bill Kosmarikis Marquez is second. Dave Loiacano entering the pits is P5. Dave Loiacano exiting pits. Sean North is fourth, 0.7 behind Shane Zockelje. Marquez is second, 1.1 ahead of Shane Zockelje. Sean North is fourth, 0.3 behind Shane Zockelje. Tony DeLuca is sixth, 0.4 behind Mick Elsamad. Sean North is fourth, 0.5 behind Shane Zockelje. Shane Zockelje is P4, 0.3 behind Sean North. Dave Loiacano is 7th, 0.7 behind Tony DeLuca. Tony DeLuca is 7th battling Dave Loiacano. Dave Loiacano is P6, 0.2 behind Mick Elsamad. Tony DeLuca is 7th, 0.5 behind Dave Loiacano. Tony DeLuca passed Mick Elsamad for 5th. Dave Loiacano is 7th, 0.5 behind Mick Elsamad. Ross Macaron is 8th, 0.5 behind Dave Loiacano. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Sean North from Australia is P3, 1.2 behind Bill Marquez. Ross Macaron on lap 8 is P8, 0.7 behind Mick El Samad. North is P3. Best lap is a 0:45.275. 0.871 off the fastest lap. Sean North passed Bill Kosmarikis for second. Ross Macaron is P8. Best lap is a 0:45.325. 0.921 off the fastest lap. Bill Kosmarikis exiting pits. Ross Macaron is now P7. Tony DeLuca is 4th, 4.6 ahead of Dave Loiacano. Ross Macaron is P7, 0.5 behind Mick El Samad. Bill Kosmarikis exiting pits. Bill Kosmarikis is 8th. Ross Macaron is P7, 0.5 behind Mick El Samad. Dave Loiacano is 5th, 2.8 behind Tony DeLuca. Bill Kosmarikis exiting pits. Ross Macaron is P7, 0.5 behind Mick El Samad. "20 minutes remaining in the session. Dave Loiacano is P5. Ross Macaron from Australia is P7, 0.3 behind Mick El Samad. Bill Kosmarikis exiting pits. Sean North on lap 14 is P2. Dave Loiacano entering the pits is 4th. Ross Macaron is P7, 0.5 behind Mick El-Samad. Bill Kosmarek is exiting pits. Dave Loiacano exiting pits. Bill Kosmarek is P8. Ross Macaron is P6. Ross Macaron is now 5th. Tony DeLuca is 4th. Bill Kosmarek is exiting pits. Sean North is P2, 4.2 behind Dax Daniel. Mick El-Samad exiting pits. Dave Loiacano on lap 17 is 6th, 2.0 behind Ross Macaron. Bill Kosmarek is exiting pits. Sean North is P2, 3.8 behind Dax Daniel. Dax Daniel entering the pits is 1st. Dax Daniel is 2nd, 0.6 behind Sean North. Tony DeLuca is P4. Dax Daniel exiting pits. Tony DeLuca is now 3rd. Dave Loiacano is P5, 0.4 behind Dax Daniel. Dave Loiacano passed Dax Daniel for 4th. Mick El-Samad is P7. Best lap is a 0:45.657. 1.253 off the fastest lap. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Ross Macaron entering the pits is 5th. Ross Macaron is P5. Dax Daniel entering the pits is P6. Dave Loiacano is P4. Mick El-Samad entering the pits is P7. Ross Macaron exiting pits. Shane Zockel-J entering the pits is P2. Shane Zockel-J is 3rd. Ross Macaron is 5th. Dax Daniel exiting pits. Shane Zockel J exiting pits. Mick Elsamad exiting pits. Sean North is first. Dave Loiacano is third. Dax Daniel is sixth. Sean North entering the pits is P1. Sean North is P1. Ross Macaron on lap 21 is P5. Tony DeLuca entering the pits is P2. Ross Macaron passed Dave Loiacano for 4th. Sean North exiting pits. Tony DeLuca is second. Dave Loiacano exiting pits. Dax Daniel is P6. Best lap is a 0:44.903. 0.499 off the fastest lap. Tony DeLuca exiting pits. Dave Loiacano is sixth. Dave Loiacano entering the pits is P6. Ross Macaron on lap 23 is P4. Dax Daniel from Australia is fifth. Sean North is P1. Shane Zockel J is second. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Tony DeLuca is P3. Sean North is first. Ross Macaron is 4th. Dax Daniel is 5th. Ross Macaron is P4. Shane J is P2, 2.5 ahead of Tony DeLuca. Tony DeLuca was 0.7 faster last lap. Dax Daniel is 5th. Shane J is P2, 2.0 ahead of Tony DeLuca. Ross Macaron is P4. Shane J is P2, 1.9 ahead of Tony DeLuca. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Tony DeLuca is P3, 0.9 behind Shane J. Shane J is P2, 1.1 ahead of Tony DeLuca. Tony DeLuca is P3, 0.5 behind Shane Zockel-J. Sean North is P1. Tony DeLuca is third, 0.5 behind Shane Zockel-J. Dax Daniel is fifth. Tony DeLuca is third, 0.3 behind Shane Zockel-J. Dax Daniel is fifth. Tony DeLuca is third. Best lap is a 0:45.318. 0.914 off the fastest lap. Shane Zockel-J on lap 38 is P2, 0.5 ahead of Tony DeLuca. Tony DeLuca is third, 0.3 behind Shane Zockel-J. Sean North is first. The leader has just finished the race. Sean North finished first. Dax Daniel finished P5. Shane Zockel-J finished P2. Tony DeLuca finished third. Ross Macarone finished P4.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. My name's Dax. This has been Country Thunder Racing, round 3 of the Gen 3 supercars. We had Dave Loicano first, and then Sean North, and third was myself in the first race. In the second race, we had Sean North, Shane Zackel, and then Ross Macaroni in third place. That is it for this week. Next week, we're back with the Super 2s, same time, same bat channel. Stick around. This is Country Thunder Racing, and thank you very much, one and all, for joining us here today. Bye for now. Summer sun, tires shoot it up like a hungry beast. Gasoline heartbeat pounding loud. Why do I run? Why can't I stay? Every mile another promise gone. Every turn a chance to fade away. Country thunder racing, V8 power screaming, pedal to the metal, I'm flying. Country thunder racing, wheels on fire breaking, pedal to the metal, keep trying. Smoke in my lungs, sky bleeding red. Horizon whispers my name like a death. Stealing thunder, locked in a prayer. Outrun the past or it'll find you there. Country thunder.